So hey y'all, I'm back with another video. So tonight's video is yet again another Chioma Chats video podcast edition. So by the title, we're going to be talking about influencers becoming tired. Now this video is a little different than the video I did a few years back called The Death of an Influencer. That just talked about influencer culture and the effects that their influence had on the general public and the general public's response to an influence of influencers and social media personalities where there has been a changes in how we perceive an influencer, how likely we are to buy in or engage with their content, and just the altered connotation of what an influencer is now versus then. This is going to be a rant, and this video is mainly going to be about myself, but definitely stay tuned.
So I am kind of embarrassed because I quit my job in May. Because I decided I was going to try to work for myself, be a content creator, all that bullshit. And I've been doing it for pretty much a year, and I've been doing a good job. I need to first state that. I've been doing a good job. I've been consistent. I've gotten collaborations, all that stuff, but it is not enough. It is not enough for me to live my life like this. There's so many days where I wake up and I'm just like, what's on my to-do list? Get my nails done. That is the only thing on my to-do list. And I'm a very ambitious person. I'm super hardworking. I always like having something to do. And I really thought that I would have a collaboration, a job, a booking, a photo shoot. I'm also part of an agency. I model. I thought I would be booked and busy, but I'm more so just depressed and sad because I feel like I don't have anything to do. All my hard work, my effort is just sitting, and nothing hurts me more than wasted potential. I told myself and I told my husband that I'm gonna do this up until the summer. Once the summer rolls around, if I'm still sitting jobless, I'm gonna get a job. I'm gonna go back and get a job because I can't do this for the rest of my life. While I do enjoy making content, I like it. I really do. I like it a lot, but it takes 2 hours maybe to make a video. And the part that is actually challenging is coming up with creative content that people want to watch. That is the hard part. And for some reason, when I had a full-time job, it was so easy. But now that I have more time on my hand, it's like I don't have the outside stress and pressure to make me creative. I don't know if that makes sense, but basically, I've been crying for the past 2 weeks because I'm fucking done. I'm tired of this
I hit 100,000 followers this week, right? With that being said, my life has not changed not one bit.
Oh, I kid you not, this was me at 50K. I was like, where are my brand deals? Where is my red carpet rollout? 50,000 followers. Where's the money that everybody is talking about? But then, now that we sit at 99.8K followers, I got a little bit to tell y'all. Going viral means nothing nowadays. You can go viral. You're not getting on the Ellen Show no more. You're not getting nothing but a pat on the back from yourself. Cheers to me for going viral. Cool, what do I get? The same life that I have now. It's not changing anything.
In this video, I want to speak from an influencer perspective and what I see in influencer culture, as well as the feedback I've gotten from different influencers. Now, I know the thumbnail shows Aaliyah Jay. I am in no way, shape, or form going to come for her. I just feel like I've noticed a change in some things that she posts, and she recently made a post that I wanted to touch on that I think speaks to me and maybe other influencers. But I do think Aaliyah Jay is that girl, the original, one of the top influencers, especially in the Black female beauty space from day one. So no Aaliyah Jay slander will be tolerated. I have called her out before, but overall to me, she's done a lot in the influencer space and she's unproblematic overall. When it comes to being an influencer, it is defined as a person or thing that influences others. And that's a simple definition, and we can use it in simple terms. But to get to the nitty gritty, we have to talk about the sector that I'm referencing, which is a social media influencer, which is someone who exists in an online space and somebody that we view through our phone screens, TV screens, and even publications such as magazines, newspapers, and blogs. So looking at another definition, it says an influencer is someone who is able to persuade a lot of other people, for example, their followers on social media, to do, buy, or use the same things they do. They are often paid or given free products in exchange for doing this. And what I'm seeing is that a lot of us are very tired of the influencer community. And it's not that we don't enjoy what we do or the fandom or subscriber base or follower count that we've amassed, but because of the competition or the amount of creators or just how consumers have really now looked through this industry thoroughly, there is a lot of fatigue. And I don't blame viewers, subscribers, everyday social media users for their critiques, because as an individual, I see all of the issues. But as an influencer or YouTube commentator or whatever you want to call me, I also see it as well and feel it as well. The money is different, the engagement is different, the entire industry is just different, and that's what I wanted to talk about. So I've broken this video down into one overall main talking point. So without further ado, let's get right into this video. So my one and overall main talking point is influencers are tired. So let's start with me. This is really going to be about me. This is a rant kind of, so just preparing y'all. Because if I can use myself as an example, I will. And I don't like when people say I talk too much about myself. This is my channel. Like, who else can talk about themselves more than the person that's talking? Like, let's be real. But I made a tweet the other day, and I also posted it right here on my community tab on YouTube. And I said, I love what I do, but deep down inside, I'm tired of being a YouTuber. I've been applying for so many jobs using my college degree. I really want a career change. Now, the reason for me saying this is because I am very tired of doing what I'm doing. I love being a YouTuber, but I'm tired of it. And I'm gonna be so real. Y'all can drag me if you want to, as anybody who works in any industry, whether it's influencer culture, construction, medical, engineering, arts, whatever. When you have been grinding for so long and you can see that the company that you are employed to, because yes, I pay taxes. People tell me to get a job, but I pay taxes. This is taxable money. And they don't take it out of your check. You get a check, you put some aside, and at the end of the year, when everything is owed, you have to make sure you have some money. And it's actually much more difficult to figure out than a salary position. Trust me. But when you are grinding and you see that the company that you work for does not promote you, or you see that the sponsorships and the brand deals that you get are not as consistent, or they're not paying you what you're worth, or even you make content and you see people making similar content and their content is exceeding yours regardless of your tenure, eventually it does get to you. And I will always advocate for people to stay in their lane, run their race, say your prayers, and put your best effort forward. But even as a believer and hard worker in my craft, eventually you're gonna feel like you're not getting what you deserve. Or even if you're someone who has seen a lot of success in all of these things, eventually you're gonna realize that there is a cost to what you do. With influencing, you are selling your life, you're selling your opinion, you're selling your style, you're selling your aesthetic to be consumed. And as much as you think that's a good thing, there is a downside. Lack of privacy, hateful comments, scandals, a whole bunch of things. And it really does suck sometimes, to the point where I'm just tired. And I'm gonna be real again. You can drag me. I made a video a while ago. It was about a specific topic. I saw another creator do a video about the same topic. Nothing wrong with that. In the commentary space, whatever's trending and viral, we all talk about it. My video did great, and this other commentator's video did great as well. I even commented on the video because I was really impressed with the way how they did their video. Then it happened again. I made a video about a certain topic. Shortly after, they made a video about a similar topic. And I still support and subscribe to this channel. Now, what I find interesting is that YouTube will give me a certain amount of push and my viewers will come and watch it. And then when I looked at this other channel, I'm seeing this individual super exceed me in view count and more. And I was a bigger channel than her. Now I'm not. And I know what you're gonna say. Comparison is the thief of joy. Don't compare, don't be jealous. And I'm not jealous or envious, but I am observant. If you know me in real life, I'm a very supportive person. I want everybody to eat. And this isn't this creator's fault. But back to the point about the company that you have been putting in so much effort into for years. Mind you, my 10-year YouTube anniversary is on December 1st of this year. I've been on here for a decade. And when you see that, you start to question, what are you even doing? Is it worth it? How much more can you give your intellect, your opinions, your style, your commentary, and all of that for you to be promoted in a way that you want to and that you feel like you deserve? And this can happen in any industry. A lot of times you're working a job, you're working really hard, and you feel as though you're owed more money or more of a promotion, and you see somebody who hasn't been working as hard or maybe hasn't been working as long, and here they come in and they have a higher salary or they're being promoted by the company a lot more. No reason is ever given to you, especially on YouTube, where you don't even know if your video is going to do good or bad, no matter how much work you put into it. So then you question yourself. And that's just the way we work as humans. We look inward and try to figure out what is it about me that isn't resonating, not only with the people around me, but the company that I'm also working for. So I get a lot of comments that say, Chioma, your channel should be bigger. I don't understand why you don't have this amount of subscribers. I get those comments and DMs all the time. And I thank y'all and I agree with y'all. I feel like after 10 years on YouTube, being fairly consistent, I do think I could post more, but I'm not a college student anymore. In college, I went to class, I would come home, make videos, and that was for 5 years straight. Now in my adult years, I do have more time because this is a full-time thing for me, but I had a business and I just have more responsibilities as an adult. Regardless of that, I find it very crazy that you're putting in all this work and I'm exhausting myself. I'll see a topic, talk about it, spend hours sitting in front of a screen, post a video, and some people 50,000, 60,000, 80,000, to some some people that's a lot. And it is, and I love y'all for tuning in. But when you're behind the scenes and you look at your analytics and you look at your effort and you look at your tenure, eventually you're gonna feel like you deserve more. And that's really it. I just feel like I deserve more. So with my tweet, I was saying I'm ready for a career change. I would love to remain on YouTube until I can't do it anymore. And I'm still gonna be on YouTube until I find something that is just worth way more money and way more of my time. But until then, there's been a struggle where a lot of us have been punching the clock on our social media profiles for years. And you see the difference in different people. Now, I will be real with myself. I may not be the most likable person to people. One time I searched my name on Twitter and people were calling me a hater. People were saying she's too pretty to be a hater. She's always hating on women, etc. Like I said, if you know me in real life, I'm so far from a hater, but I acknowledge how controversial my words are and how my commentary is. I do think I'm somewhat of an acquired taste. Either you like what I have to say or you don't. But I do welcome different opinions, but that's not going to stop anyone from listening to me and deciding they no longer want to subscribe or be here. But then I think about how subscriber count doesn't necessarily equal view count and doesn't necessarily equal finances, because I did reach 250,000 subscribers this year in July, and I appreciate all of you. And yes, I do believe I receive about a quarter of that number in view count, give or take, but where's the money at? And I have been on YouTube long enough to understand how many views equal a certain amount of money on average. You can't specify it, but if all my videos were doing over 100,000 views, maybe I wouldn't be making this video. But it's not just about the money, it's about the censorship. It's about putting in all this work on a video and YouTube flagging it as not advertiser friendly. But then if they determine that it actually is, they don't even give you recompensation for your content. And then because I'm someone who is not all about the views and all about the money all the time, I just want to have the opportunities that I see others have, and it's really been getting to me. And it makes me wonder, is all of this for nothing? Or do I have to keep punching the clock and exhausting myself and losing motivation to eventually see what I think I deserve? And I know a lot of y'all are going to give me positive feedback and reinforcements that you love my channel, and it's not me and it's them. And that's very true, and I appreciate that. But my thesis statement is my exhaustion. I sometimes wonder if I would have stepped out of college and found a salary position with my college degree, would I be happier? Would I be more settled? Would I be further? Life literally presents all these questions. But with YouTube and influencer culture, you don't know if you're gonna have a good month or a bad month. I'll be very real. Listen to this. I received a payment this year from YouTube that was about $2,800 for the month. And that was after posting 7 videos that totaled 462,000 views. Mind you, one of those videos were demonetized and only earned me $13.84 to this day. That's what happens when they demonetize you. And that was for my sexy red STDs and lip gloss video. But then again, you look at other creators who maybe they were able to bypass the algorithm of checking for content that is not suitable for advertisers, and their video wasn't flagged like mine was. So close to 500,000 views garnered me $2,800, give or take. And I'll be real, that's not every month. I have a lot of money in savings. I save money every month from every check. I'm pretty good with my money. I've definitely made way more than that. This was just one of my lower checks for this year, and it was more recently. And I may have had sponsors for that month, but they don't pay you right then and there. You wait 30 days, 45 days, sometimes 60 days to get that payment. And this is all from sitting in front of a laptop screen, recording videos, getting background music, writing your script, recording, editing, and posting to your audience. And I know a lot of y'all say that you want more content, but it's like, where do I measure up putting in all that time for that type of payout? Because the average American can't live off of $2,800 a month. So I said, okay, try harder, push harder, and the payout has been better. But I look at how much I've made in 2023 and how much I've made so far in 2024, and it is significantly less. And this is the first time in a long time that my revenue has dropped like this, where what I've made on YouTube is not sustainable, especially without sponsorships. And I live at home with my parents, and I'm not saying that I'm struggling, but what I am saying is there's inconsistencies that if I didn't have resources or savings, I would definitely have to go and do something else. Now, moving on to the recent post that I saw Aaliyah Jay make. My girl has been catching some heat, and I don't like it. There was a lot of people who said something about her gaining weight. They try to say that she was pregnant now, and I just think women gain weight or their bodies change as they age. That's not anything abnormal. But as an influencer who promotes a certain look, a certain aesthetic, people buy into that and really marvel and glamorize the most consistent visual that you've given them. When that changes, some people do jump ship, or some people just question what's going on. I felt like it was very insincere that people showed some type of concern for this, because clearly the woman isn't pregnant. But on top of that, we talk about body image and we talk about women's bodies, but it's a double-edged sword. We want to promote body positivity and healthy bodies, but at the same time, we want women to have a certain aesthetic that sometimes isn't the healthiest and not always realistic. But that's what we promote. We know that though. Moving on. But she posted the other day and said, chronicles of a girl who is tired of taking pics for the gram, so she's about to start posting whatever and whenever, like the old school IG days, because truthfully, she is the aesthetic and she never had to try too hard because it's just her vibe that has gotten the people going all these years. And you better say it, girl. But when she used the word tired, I completely understood. You've been pushing content since way before me, and you've been trying to maintain a look that you have to do a lot of work to obtain, from the hair, the nails, makeup, outfit, lighting, equipment, everything. Of course, she's way more successful than me. I'm sure her payout is way more than mine, but even some of the bigger name people are even tired. And I think we are tired because we're at a point where, although there is a plateau, the money is not moneying the way that it used to. There's a lot of censorship. There's a lot of sensitivity with consumers. There's a lot of negativity that goes viral. Everybody is now nitpicking because we gave everybody a voice. People are just also over the push of overconsumption and having to be perfect and looking up to a lot of women in the beauty space. So there is a lot of changes in the industry, and I see it from all over. We see people regretting their BBLs. They're removing their BBLs because they thought that was going to give them the social media validation to be a face on Instagram and get brand deals and make money. But as that aesthetic is slowly going out of style, people are less engaged in that. We've seen people just quit altogether and say they can't take it anymore, or they feel like their talents are more useful in other areas. I don't know if anybody remembers, but I used to watch Ashley D Beauty on YouTube a few years ago. She was definitely one of my favorite creators, especially in the beauty space, and I believe she goes by Ashley Devana now, and I think the last time she posted was like a year or two ago. And I remember her video about quitting YouTube to use her degree in finance and get a job from a company that was probably going to pay her way more than YouTube could, but even outside of the payment, it is less stressful. Everybody wants to be a YouTuber or a TikToker or just have social media relevance, but people are underestimating the work that it takes them to even be successful on these platforms, let alone be successful and having to maintain that, because as fast as you go viral, somebody else can go viral and now you fall into oblivion. And I've seen that even with myself. Just another example, and like I've told y'all, I've been writing my book. We're so close to finishing. I'm super excited, but I talk about this in the book, and the reason why I'm bringing this up is because I just revisited this chapter. But one of my roommates in college was also a YouTuber. Her channel really skyrocketed around that time, and I remember she had told one of the girls when we all fell out that nobody watches my channel's boring, I'm never gonna be nothing on YouTube, and basically I should just give it up because my channel is dead. You fast forward to now, and obviously my channel is doing way better than hers. I don't even think she makes content anymore, and it was that type of attitude when influencer culture was at its highest, and I don't know if it was necessarily easier to go viral, but the recipe to do so was pretty straightforward, and now we see that it's not maintainable for everyone. The fatigue that I feel is something that I know a lot of content creators are feeling. There are changes in what niche of YouTube is popular, and beauty is not even as popular as it once was. Commentary and podcasting is very popular, gaming is popular, but comedy isn't even popular anymore, and I feel like that's what YouTube was when it first started. But even in the commentary space, where I think is a huge cash cow and can be, we still got some issues. If my videos were all 5 to 10 minutes long and I wasn't devoted to actually giving thorough opinions and just giving the facts of what happened and letting it be that, maybe it would be easier. But that's just not my style. I want to have real dialogue about all these different topics, but I feel like my issue with YouTube is that there's really no guaranteed success, payment, or opportunity for some of the most tenured creators. I'm not someone who started and stopped or took a year off and tried to come back. I'm someone who has posted every single month since December 2014. Never took a break. I've done beauty, I've done vlogging, I do commentary now. And as I've touched in these different realms, I see the fatigue in all of them. A lot of people are quitting. A lot of people came, got their money, invested in something else, and now they're moving forward. And I respect my following. I respect the fact that people even want to tune into me. I respect the fact that thousands of people have come across my content and wanted to hear what I had to say on something viral, because it does take something to get that. So my issue isn't with the viewers. My issue with the industry is how perfection, overpopulation, and the actual aftermath of what you really get for what you do just doesn't add up. You can call me entitled, you can say that I think I'm better than what I am, or I'm asking for too much, but after 10 years, I am tired. I will still create content. If something speaks to me, I will make the video. Lately, I feel like a lot of topics haven't really been the way they used to, but I think because celebrity culture is sort of repetitive, it's difficult. I do want to dive into other topics. Y'all give me a lot of good ones, and I'm in the process of moving, so when I do, I can finally have my own space again, sit down and create. But I'll be real, I think my days on YouTube are numbered. I feel like within the next year and maximum 2 years, I would have found something that is worth more to me and something that I feel like I have more respect in, and just limiting myself from being on a platform or industry of influencer culture that has a lot more downsides than upsides. Honestly, y'all, when it's all said and done, I know a lot of people are tired. I'm tired. Now I'm going to sleep. Have a good night, y'all.
I don't do the fighting. Shorty is a secret fan, yeah, she ghost riding. Brown skin beauty with a booty showtime. Go off on a tangent, I don't need a cosign. 12 baddies, women that are cheap about a dozen. Hot girl straight up out the microwave oven. Gotta bring a chicken, man, before you get to stuffing. And this beat going crazy, snapping on percussion. Chioma at the top, I'm the #1 prospect. Beat from Lakia when she slid on Cosmic. Told him come here, boo, I'm tryna make your jaw stiff. I got no pics, but I wanna see your pockets. Big glossy lips, dry them out like a faucet. Speak chickenese, so I put them in a cockpit. Cooking in the studio, call me Dirty Crockett. Gingerbread baby running fast like Sonic. It's commendable, was a ceremony, but now it's a festival. New money now, so you gotta move a decimal. Presidential suite, and it's looking all congressional. I'm so delectable, pull your queen card, cause mine is a collectible. Better mind your business and stay off my genitals. Probably make them high, cause my body's like an edible. Wait, let me stop, cause I'm trying to be professional, damn. I know that's what y'all said when you heard that.